How you doing, guys? I'm making this video so people on YouTube who are looking for information on this particular player will have something to see and know what they'll be getting if they buy it off of eBay. But also making this for the company who sold it to me, because the company called Best to Shop 15, because I bought it from them. They seem very nice. And I told them with some issues with it, and they said, hey, look, if there's an issue, put it on YouTube and let us see it so we can know what's going on, so we can understand the situation. So not only am I making it for you guys, I'm also making it for them because they seem pretty cool. Now, originally I got this player, the dodocool 106, and I believe that's the DAC. This is a beautiful player. I love it. But as you can see, if you can, this little bit right here is a bit worn out. It still works perfectly fine, as you can see here. This is actually custom firmware that I put on it, because the old firmware needed to be updated and dodocool does not do it. But this player is good. The firmware that I got, which is custom, works very well with it. I'm cool with it, but I've had this player for over, I think, 2.5 years now. And as you can see, the paint has come off here. This still works, but I've been hearing people get upset because the rollers begin to wear out. And it'll pop off in some case. Even this button will pop off. Pop off. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. I don't normally do product reviews or product information, so this is not something I normally do. But this player is great, but it's getting worn out. So for me personally, shutting it down, I am thinking at the time, I better get a new one, because when this one wears out, I cannot be without one because it'll piss me off. I don't use my phone to play any type of audio files because it's not necessary. Particularly that it drains your battery pretty badly on your phone. So high-res players or lossless MP3 players are very good. This is what we're talking about right here. This is from Best to Shop 15, and this originally, because it has no branding on it now, it was originally called the Bassplay P5000. I do not know which company produced it, but Best to Shop 15. I'm sorry, I'm botchy. I'm a little nervous here. Best to Shop 15 probably bought these and got them rebranded. Or in this case, no brand whatsoever. But it doesn't matter. Here. As you can see, brushed aluminum. Nice, solid. I believe this is just a plate that has tape on it, because double-sided tape, because I've seen some people actually try to pry it off and they did. The buttons are very clicky. This has a roller right here. Something that people, sorry, I'm doing a little crooked because the angle of the camera. This thing has a nice roller on it. It is very good. It has one button for power as pause and play as well. On top is nothing, as you can see. On the bottom, it just has the micro USB charging port as well as the headphone jack. It's a nice player. It really is quite nice. It's solid. And the company who sold it, they weren't lying. It's a very good player. But here's the situation that I'm making this video for the company as for people here. Now, the player works fine, but there is issues with it. And I'm going to show you. Let's see if it's going to start. Okay, here we go. It's pretty basic, but there's nothing wrong with it. As you saw with the previous one, here I'll show you. Hang on. This is not much different than this, because this has two modes for the interface. I have this one on here. It's just a basic mode. It's the only one you get. But this one has two modes. This one is a little different. But they basically have the same modes. You have this one, which is for settings, play settings, your favorites. This is for your equalizer, which is, as you can see, it gives you several default equalizers. You cannot make your own, but this is what you get. You can go into your, wait a minute, going backwards. You can go into your files, and that's pretty much all you get. It is extremely basic. But what the problem here for me is this. When you go into settings, if you can see, sorry if it's a little blurry. If you can see, go into settings, you go down to information, you have the disk space as well as for the player information. And this is an internal hard drive. It has 16 gigs on it. I thought it was an external, like the one you plug in, like a micro SD card slot. It does not have it. I made that mistake. That's on my part. That's my bad, but it's still a good player. But this is the major issue. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little nervous here. But as you can see, if you can see it, whoops. This thing had a software update January 5th, 2017. And I believe this is where the major problem's coming in. Because for me personally, the problem I have is this. When I bought it, the original parameters for this player is this. It has auto update. No, upgrade. You can upgrade the software. That's what was in the advertisement. And I'm not getting mad at Best of Shop 15. I'm hoping they know where they can get firmware updates. They didn't include it in the packaging, which the company who originally made it, this is from the company. I had to write on it to remind myself what this was. They did not leave a website for where you can upgrade or update the software. Now, this is what the player can do supposedly. It's supposed to play MP3s. WMA, that's Windows Media Audio. It can do WAV, FLAC, ACC. The one that really got me the most is org files, the OGG format. It does AIFF and DSD64. Now, it's supposed to be able to do those things. Now, when I got the player, I have a large amount of OGG files. A large amount. I decided instead of doing MP3, I thought I'd do OGG because it does give a little bit more performance than MP3. MP3 is a little less in quality, so I went to OGG. So, I put it onto this player. And it is not there. It does not show up. No matter what I could do, I could not get the OGG files to display. Period. No OGG file will display at all, no matter what quality you put. And understand, there are several different softwares you can use. You can use Audacity. I use Linux, so I can use Sound Converter. There are two versions. There's Sound Converter with a K. That's for KDE. And this thing just shut off. And then there is Sound Converter for GNOME. The Sound Converter with a C can convert much better and allows you to do a lot of variation. But the problem with this player, it, no matter what I do, refuses to see OGG at all. And this is the key that made me honestly have to contact Best to Shop 15. As you can see here, this is Awake 2. And this is MP3. Now, I can't play it very long because I could get myself in trouble. Well, I'm not making any money off of this, so I don't think I should be in any trouble. But here's the thing. When you play an MP3 file itself, in this case, you see here where it says Angel Falls. The major problem you're going to have is extreme slowdown, and the sound is incredibly choppy when you're in one of the equalizers. Far as I can tell, maybe 2 equalizers work or they don't work at all. That is the major issue for me personally. Here, I'll have to that's to do audio. I'm going to play it. I'm going to see if I can play a little bit of it, and you should see the lag when you hear it compared to what you see on the screen. Let's see if I can get it to play. Come on.
The Bluetooth device.
Sorry, I have to turn it on.
To pair.
Come on. Come on, play. Ugh, I hate when this happens. Hang on a second, guys. No? Come on, play.
Aux input model.
Okay. as you can hear, this is the player outputting. It's at 70%. As you can hear, this isn't my speaker. This is what's being produced from the player itself. And as you can see, the equalizer's on rock. The sound literally is highly choppy. This is what you get. Now, when I tried to change it, in other words, I decided, well, maybe it just doesn't do MP3s very well. So I tried the WMA file format. It refused to play it. And that one just did not work. FLAC is the only one that works, along with WAVE. OGG refuses to play. ACC refuses to play. AIFF, I don't have the ability to make them. Or DSD64, I don't have the ability to make that as well. I don't have the files for that. But this player is great when it comes to WAVE and it comes to FLAC. But unfortunately, the software on here is not working right. Since it's from January 5th, 2017, and here I'll show it to you again. I'm going to show it to you so I can also show it to the people who also sell this unit. So you're going down. As you can see, I believe you'll be able to see it. There you are. Right there. January 5th, 2017. It needs a firmware update. I only asked, do you know if you can find a firmware update for this particular player, if it's even possible? Or do you know, is there any way to update it? Now, for me personally, the player does play WAVE and it plays FLAC, and I can convert my stuff into it, and I will probably be keeping this. If they do offer me a new one, I would take it, but if they don't, I'm alright with this because I could still use WAVE and I can use FLAC. But if they have a software update, that's what I really want. Because this player, sorry for the noise, this is a good player. It's not that bad. It's good, well-built construction. The buttons are clicky, as I told you. The screen is nice and bright. When the sound works with the right format, this thing is great. Sound quality is great. Whatever headphones you use, either Audio-Technicas or Sennheiser, for me, I've used really low-grade ones, so I don't really have the money for something like that. But it really does do a great job. But it badly needs a software update. And I'm hoping that the guys at Best to Shop 15, if they could contact the manufacturer to find out is there any updates to this, and if they can find a way to be able to put it online and just put it as an advertisement on eBay, it would really, or when they ship it, right before they ship it, they tell you, hey, there needs to be a firmware update. Here's the website. This is where it needs to go. Maybe when they put it in the packaging, or they put it on the eBay listing where you need to go for software updates. I really believe that's what they need to do because they seem to be a good company. They're in Jersey. Where I got this shipped from was Jersey, not China or Hong Kong. It came from Jersey. So I'm hoping the guys there will realize, hey, people do like to play it, but it has an issue. It needs a software update. Let's try to grab one of them off of our storage. Let's find out if the company who originally produced them will be willing to do a software patch if they even have one. Let's find out if they do. If they do, let's put it on the eBay posting, something like that. But this is just what I think. So I hope this video really does give you guys a good idea about the what is it called again? I forget. Sorry, like I said, I don't do videos like this. This is the Bassplay P5000. And the one that's currently selling it on eBay is Best to Shop 15. Like I said, they're in Jersey. They do seem to be cool. They contacted me within about, 4 or 5 hours after I made the request for the seller to contact the seller. So they really do care, at least as far as I can tell. But this is just me. Take care, guys. Peace.